Hi, I'm Madhuri.
And I'm Glynnis.
And you're watching Thrive TV,
the place for conscious seekers of an irresistible life,
where your vibrant health and true happiness matter. A question came in from Satish. Satish asks, how do I know what my Ayurvedic dosha or prakruti is? Satish, thank you ever so much for that question. And it is one of the first questions that people ask when they begin to study or learn about Ayurveda. They want to know, what's my dosha or what's my constitution?
So your prakruti, also your constitution or your dosha, is your original nature. It's your Ayurvedic blueprint that makes up the unique combination of who you are. And this is something that happens at conception and does not change throughout your whole life. Even though imbalances come and go, your prakruti remains your prakruti. So your dosha is made up of the 5 elements: fire, water, air, ether, and earth. And there are 3 doshas. There's vata, which is air and ether, pitta, which is fire and water, and kapha, which is water and earth. And we are all made up of a different combination of these 5 elements, which is what in essence makes up your unique constitution.
So we have all of the 5 doshas within us because we're all made up of air, water, fire, ether, and earth. And it is really understanding the ratio of each of those elements within us that creates our own constitution. So let's take a closer look here at assessing your prakruti or your dosha. We need to look at the long-term tendencies and the things in your body that will not change. So things like your bone structure won't change throughout your life. The shape of your nose, your eyes, your teeth, unless you get them changed or altered, obviously, but our original nature is going to be related to the things and aspects of ourselves that will not change. And as Glynnis mentioned before, there will be things that change short-term or symptoms, and this we call the vikruti. So things that will change are your body weight in your life will go up and down, your sleep patterns, your digestion, but we're not looking at those things when we're trying to assess the prakruti.
So let's first look at vata types, which is air and ether. Vata types are tall, thin, with narrow bones, fine bone structure. They have irregularities like crooked teeth, curly hair, maybe really quite tall or quite short, have smaller eyes and lips, and perhaps a long, elegant neck. Mentally or emotionally, they may tend to overwhelm, anxiety, or excess doubt and worry when out of balance. But when they are in balance, they are creative, enthusiastic, able to change and adapt quickly.
Pitta types, so pitta is the fire and a little bit of water. Pitta types are more muscular, more athletic looking. They have medium-sized eyes, medium-sized nose and lips. Their bone structure in general is more medium compared to the vata that was more petite. They can tend to anger, intensity, being ultra-critical or perfectionist in their attitudes when they're out of balance. However, when pitta types are in balance, they make amazing leaders. They're charismatic, they're insightful, and they're thoughtful.
And now the kapha types. So kapha is earth and water. Kapha types tend to denser, heavier bone structure. They have a more stocky frame, larger, beautiful liquid eyes and nose, thick, sometimes wavy, lustrous hair, and a more voluptuous figure. They can be sluggish, unmotivated, stubborn, or lethargic when they're out of balance. But when they're in balance, they are nurturers, they are compassionate, they are great listeners and very reliable, very loyal, and also have great stamina. They endure, they go all the way.
Now the trick with all this is that your prakruti or constitution is different from your vikruti. Your vikruti is the current state or your current symptoms or imbalance. And all of us are either a little bit out of balance or way out of balance. And Ayurveda helps us to return to be in alignment with our true nature or our constitution. And we would highly recommend that if you are interested in this, go and see an Ayurvedic practitioner who can give you an objective assessment on your dosha and also your vikruti or your current state, and they'll create a program for you to bring you back into balance. And that program will include things like a specific diet. So some things are very healthy for certain people to eat, while other things that we might consider a health food aren't going to be as supportive for your individual constitution.
And that in essence is the secret to keeping your personal dosha in balance, is to follow the lifestyle practices that are designed for your dosha. Now, these are aligned with the seasons, they're aligned with your true nature. And so following a guideline that is specific to you actually helps you to fall more in love with yourself and not try and be a certain constitution that you're not, in other words. Because people often ask us, can I be more vata? Can I be more pitta? And really this is a big question. Love your dosha and in fact get to know your dosha, and that's the secret. And we have written a lot more about this fascinating topic in our book, Your Irresistible Life, 4 Seasons of Self-Care through Ayurveda and Yoga Practices That Work. In the book, we've actually divided it up into the 4 seasons so that you can not only get to know your dosha, your constitution, but also get to know how that relates to the different seasons.
Knowing your individual Ayurvedic dosha is the key to great health.
Tweet that.
Now, we would love to hear from you. What is your experience with Ayurveda and trying to understand your dosha or constitution?
The juicy action happens over at glynnisandmadhuri.com. So come on over and share your comments and let us know where you're at.
Did you like this video? If so, please share it with all your friends and tweet it out. And until next time, take your health and share it.